I want to tell you something that took me way too long to figure out. The people I know personally who are the most financially comfortable right now, and I mean genuinely comfortable, not just making decent money, but actually building wealth. A surprising number of them never finished a 4-year degree. Some never started one, and almost all of them work in the trades. Right now, the average college graduate is leaving school carrying around $37,000 in student loan debt. That number has gone up almost every single year for the past 2 decades. Meanwhile, there are people out there who skipped college entirely, spent maybe a year or two in a paid apprenticeship program, and are now pulling in 6 figures before their former classmates have even made a dent in their first loan payment. That's not a motivational poster. That's just what's happening in the labor market right now. So today, I want to walk you through 5 specific trade careers, jobs that regularly pay $100,000 a year or more, and give you the actual path to get into each one. Not just the salary number, the real entry point. The first one is elevator and escalator installer and repairer. And before you scroll past that, hear me out, because this is probably the most underrated career on this entire list. The median salary for this job sits right around $97,000 to $99,000 a year based on the most recent Bureau of Labor Statistics data. But here's what the median doesn't tell you. Top earners in this field are regularly clearing $130,000 or more. And that's before overtime, which is everywhere in this line of work. Elevators break down at 2 in the morning, buildings need inspections on tight deadlines, the calls keep coming, and the pay reflects that. Job growth for elevator mechanics is projected at around 4 to 6% through the mid-2030s. That's steady for a highly specialized field where there just aren't that many people doing it. Now here's how you actually get in. You don't pay for a training program. You don't go back to school. You apply for an apprenticeship. The National Elevator Industry Education Program, NEIEP, coordinates apprenticeships across the country, and the International Union of Elevator Constructors connects you to local opportunities wherever you are. The apprenticeship runs about 4 years. You earn a paycheck the entire time. By the time you complete it, you're a certified journeyman with a skill set that almost nobody else has, walking into a salary that most college graduates will spend a decade chasing. It's one of the cleanest career paths I've seen in terms of the ratio between what you put in and what you get out. The second one surprises people every time I bring it up: construction and building inspector. Nationally, the median salary is around $68,000 a year, which sounds modest until you look at what's happening in specific states. In California, New York, Washington, and a handful of other high-demand markets, experienced inspectors are making $90,000 to $110,000 a year. The job outlook is strong. Roughly 5% growth projected through 2032, driven by infrastructure investment and a residential construction market that has been under pressure for years and shows no sign of slowing down. Here's the honest part of this one though. Most states want you to have prior experience in a construction trade before they'll certify you as an inspector. So this career typically comes after a few years working as a carpenter, electrician, or plumber. Think of it as a second chapter. You spend your early career building the physical knowledge, and then you transition into a role with better hours, a climate-controlled office some days, and less long-term wear on your body. A lot of tradespeople in their 40s and 50s make exactly this move. The certification path runs through the International Code Council. Many municipalities will pay for your continuing education once you're on staff. It's genuinely one of the better long-game moves in skilled work. Number 3 is electrician, and this one you've probably heard before. But I don't think most people understand how wide the salary range actually is. The national median for electricians was around $61,000 in 2025. I know that sounds like it doesn't belong on a list about 6-figure careers, but that median is being pulled down by residential apprentices just starting out. Master electricians doing commercial and industrial work, data centers, hospitals, manufacturing plants, are routinely making $80,000 to $120,000 a year. In high cost of living metros, the ceiling goes higher. Electrical contractors who've gone independent and built even a small crew, the sky is kind of the limit there. The path in goes through a 4 or 5 year apprenticeship. The IBEW, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, runs union apprenticeship programs across the country. There are also non-union contractor programs if that fits your situation better. You get paid while you train. After your apprenticeship, you become a journeyman. After a few more years and a licensing exam, you can become a master electrician. What makes this career particularly interesting right now in 2026 is the demand side of the equation. EV charging infrastructure is being built out across the country at a scale most people don't realize. Data centers are going up everywhere. Renewable energy projects, solar farms, battery storage facilities, all of that needs electricians. The job growth projection for this field is 11% through 2033. That's not a stable trade, that's a growing one. Number 4 is industrial machinery mechanic, and this is the one on this list that I feel like flies completely under the radar. National median salary is around $60,000, but again, experience changes everything here. In manufacturing-heavy states like Texas, Ohio, Michigan, and Tennessee, mechanics with 5 or more years on the job are regularly pulling in $80,000 to $110,000 a year, and the job growth rate for this occupation is projected at 16% through 2032. 16. That is well above average for any occupation in the country, let alone a skilled trade. What this job actually involves is keeping factory and plant equipment running. When a production line goes down, and production lines go down, you're the person who gets called. The faster you fix it, the more valuable you become. It's a role where competence is very directly rewarded. The path in goes one of 2 ways: a community college certificate or associate program, which runs anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, or an on-the-job apprenticeship through a manufacturing employer. Aerospace companies, automotive plants, food processing facilities, a lot of the biggest operations in the country are actively recruiting for these roles right now and offering paid training to get people in the door. If you're someone who genuinely likes understanding how machines work, this career path is worth a serious look. And the 5th one, the highest ceiling of everything on this list, is industrial pipe fitter or steam fitter. I want to be honest with you about why I saved this one for last. The salary range on this job is wide enough that the median almost doesn't do it justice. Nationally, journey-level pipe fitters earn somewhere between $61,000 and $65,000 a year at the median. But pipe fitters working in oil and gas, power plants, refineries, or nuclear facilities, those are different numbers entirely. We're talking $100,000 to $150,000 a year once you factor in shift differentials, overtime, and per diem for travel. And some of the most experienced pipe fitters who specialize in shutdown and turnaround work, where refineries go completely offline for scheduled maintenance and need crews fast, can make close to $200,000 in a strong year. That's not a rumor. That's a documented reality in that corner of the industry. These are the tradespeople who install and maintain the high-pressure piping systems inside power plants, chemical facilities, and large commercial buildings. The work requires real precision and real responsibility. The compensation reflects both. Entry is through a 5-year apprenticeship, typically run through UA local unions. That's the United Association of Plumbers and Pipe Fitters. Like every other apprenticeship I've mentioned, you earn while you train. The physical demands are real. This is not a desk job, and nobody's pretending it is. But for people who want to build something tangible and want their paycheck to actually reflect the skill and the stakes involved, pipe fitting is one of the best opportunities in the American labor market right now that most people have never seriously considered. Here's the thing I keep coming back to when I look at all 5 of these careers. The barrier isn't talent, it isn't connections, it isn't a diploma. The barrier is patience. Specifically, the willingness to go through your apprenticeship years and not bail when the progress feels slow. The people who wash out of these fields almost never do it because the work was too hard. They do it because they underestimated how long the ramp-up takes. But if you can stay the course, every single one of these careers offers long-term financial stability that a genuinely surprising number of college graduates are still waiting to find 10 years after graduation. If you want to research any of these paths further, the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook is completely free. It breaks salary data down by state, industry, and experience level, and it is a far more useful resource than most of what you'll find if you just Google this stuff. Which one of these 5 would you actually pursue if you were starting over today? I'm genuinely curious. Drop it in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, I put out videos every week on careers, income, and building financial independence. I'd love to have you around for the next one.